Good morning, Mr. Mason.
Good morning, Ms. Chapman. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
Good, good. So I had an opportunity to observe in your classroom yesterday, and I would like to take this time to talk a little bit about that observation.
Sure.
So how do you think it went?
I think overall it went really well. I know we had some difficulty with transitions coming back in from lunch. We're still working on that. I just want you to know that that's something that I know that needs to be improved, and I'm going to work on that. But overall, I think the lesson went very well.
Okay. And what was the lesson objective?
Oh, we were learning about functions. They're kind of a basic piece of computer programming. So as we build in our content, that's just a basic thing students have to know.
Okay. And how was that clearly communicated to students?
Well, I think I did a number of examples of functions, and we talked about functions and how to recognize what a function is. In the time you were in there, I think we did several examples.
Okay. And so I want to go back to two of our building norms that we set up at the beginning of the year around lesson delivery. And so the first norm is that we clearly state an ICANN statement to students at the beginning of a lesson. And then the second norm is that it is clearly posted where students can see it throughout the lesson. And so what was your exact ICANN statement for your lesson that I observed?
I got to be honest with you. I just wrote functions in my lessons, so I didn't write it in an ICANN statement.
Okay, okay. Well, and thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. So where was it posted for students to see?
Well, I do an agenda every day, and I keep it on the board, but I realize now that's where my screen comes down. But today, it did, when you were there, it was fourth period, and it said period 4 functions.
Okay, great. So let's work on that together. So let's look at your lesson plans. Okay, and let's look at your lesson plan for tomorrow. And so what do you have as the lesson objective written as an ICANN statement for tomorrow?
Well, for tomorrow, I only have functions written.
Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that into an ICANN statement. So if you'll go ahead right now and script that into your lesson plans.
So today was about learning about defining functions and recognizing functions, but tomorrow I want students to use functions. So I guess I could write it as I can write appropriate functions using at least 2 commands.
That is fantastic. So let's go ahead and script that into your plans.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, perfect. And then, so for your lesson plan on Friday, will they still be doing the same ICANN statement or the same objective for the lesson?
I think Friday we're going to add some more wrinkles to it. It'll still basically be functions, but it'll be more of an advanced level and it'll be more application based.
Okay, so just go ahead and turn to your lesson plan for Friday, and let's at least give that an outline for your ICANN statement for your lesson objective. And then if it needs to change a little bit based on what they covered, that's fine. It can definitely do that. And please just always feel free to just script it into your lesson plans as opposed to retyping it and printing it out. So go ahead and let's fix up your Friday's lesson plan.
Okay.
So perfect. So the second thing we'd like to tackle is the ICANN statement being posted in the classroom where students can see it. So you're right, when I came in it was fourth period, and I think your screen probably comes down after the beginning of first period. Where could you post the ICANN statement so students can see it? Because again, we're trying to work to empower students to own the learning and understand what you need them to know and be able to do during the time that they spend with you.
I think I spend a lot of time around my podium to work
Yeah.
the equipment. So maybe I could post the objective on the front of my podium.
Okay. Okay, that would be great. And so when can I come in to observe the two things we talked about? So one, you're clearly telling students the lesson objective, written, stated as an ICANN statement, and then it being physically posted on the podium. So when can I come in before Friday and see those two things?
I don't know if this week is a good week. Maybe if you could give me a little time, maybe next week or the week after.
So I really do think this is a good week, and I am going to push and say that I'd like to see it by Friday. You have it scripted, and so the other lift is just changing where you post it. So when can I come in and see that by Friday?
I guess Friday.
Okay, Friday will be perfect. So then Friday, when I come in to observe, I'm looking for two things. That at the beginning of the lesson, you were telling students the lesson objective as an ICANN statement. And then the second piece that I'm looking for will be that the ICANN statement is posted on the podium.
Okay.
So that's great. Those will be two things I'm looking for.
I
Do you
can
have
do
any
that.
questions?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, great. Well, I look forward to seeing that on Friday.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Chapman.
All right. Have a good one.
Yes, ma'am.